cuter than most accessories. I have been in business for 12 years at the time of this recording. I started this business in 2012. I found it by Googling ways to make an extra $1,000 a month. But I'm not here to share with you about my business specifically. I'm here to share with you if you are in direct sales. So if you sell a product directly to a customer or a consumer, then this is going to help you get to the top, all right, of your business. So today we're specifically going to share with you how to start off the business building foundation, the foundation of building your business, okay? Now, don't have to take my word for it. I'm just going to give you my perspective of my 12 years in business, but I'm coming from these two books, Building an Empire and Getting Over Your Damn Self. Now, I like my perspective of learning is something that is step by step. Like, I'm a list maker. If you make lists, I make lists in the comments. I make lists. And so I like information that's going to tell me what to do step by step. Now, of course, there are things that are going to happen that occur that don't follow exactly step, but this is a foundation. So this is going to be your foundation for building your business. I'm not going to be here with you long, probably about 30 minutes, to share with you your first steps in finding your way and how to power your success, building the foundation. All right, you ready? Let's go. So finding your way, if you might want to drop that in the comment for me, finding your way, the power behind your success. The power behind your success is understanding your why and setting goals. I know you probably have heard this before, and if you have not, I'm going to tell you it is very important. Know why you're doing something and setting goals for the reason that you're doing it, okay? So 3 things I'm going to talk about is the power of your purpose. The second thing is goal setting and visualizing it. If you've ever heard this before, you can drop this in the comments. Seeing it before you see it. Seeing it in your mind's eye before you see it in your actual touch it, feel it eye, right? Physical eye. Then goal setting, and that's goal setting and visualization. And then it is the written word, all right? Writing it down, which we all know, and if you don't know, I'm here to tell you, is a very powerful tool. So at the end of this, you should be able to take action. And at the end of this, what action should you take? I want you to be able to identify personal and financial goals, create a vision for these personal and financial goals, and then complete a written statement of purpose. Woo! I know this is probably like, wait a minute, but if in 52 weeks, you got to do something different than you've done before. So 52 weeks from today, a year from today, you are not sitting in the same place you were sitting in. Can I get an amen? Can I get a hello? We don't want to be sitting in the same place that we were sitting now 6 months from now. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is have a strong why. Why do you want to sell a product to people? Now, when I started 12 years ago, my why was I wanted to make an extra $1,000 a month. Now, do we think my why has changed over the years? Absolutely. Because once I hit my $1,000 a month, I was like, okay, so now I know what to do to hit 1,000. Could I 3x that? Now, when I look back, I should have been 10xing, and that's a whole other book. Grant Cardone wrote that book, and I reread that book before. You can go grab that book too. But it was 10xing. So hindsight is 2020. If I look back, I should have 10xed it. But I was just like, you know what? Let me go 3 times. If I go 3 times, I can do that. I was working full-time job as a teacher. I was in year maybe 3 of teaching. So I was already made grade chair. So I was responsible for sharing information from my principal to teachers who had been teaching like 20 years. They were close to retirement. They were supposed to listen to me. So I was a leader. And if you say, oh, but I'm not a leader, then stick around for these next 52 Tuesdays, and a leader will be born through these practices. So decide your why for your personal journey. So I had a why, make an extra $1,000 a month. So when things got difficult, and why was the reason I wanted to make an extra $1,000 a month? I was a teacher. We were furloughed. So if you don't know what furlough is, I'll give you an explanation. It's where they give you time off and you're like, oh, great, time off. But you're not getting paid for that time off, okay? So I was given days off and my pay was reduced. But you know what wasn't reduced? My student loans was not reduced. They were like, you still got to pay these student loans for this master's degree that you got. That my pay went down from my master's degree pay to a bachelor's degree pay, even though I still had to pay my master's degree loans back, monthly payments, okay? So that was my why. I was like, you know what? I'm going to Google ways to make an extra $1,000 a month because an extra $1,000 would make up that difference. We were cutting into our savings because I did have a savings. I had like $500 in savings. My credit limit back then on my credit card was $500 credit limit. So I had an extra $1,000 to make ends meet for for the rest of the school year. And so that was my why. And so when things got difficult, when I didn't want to talk to people at my job and share with them that I had a product to sell, because I was in a schoolhouse and my product was geared towards women, and in the elementary school there's plenty of women, and I had to get past like, what's more important, me being in fear or me making this extra $1,000 a month for my why, which is so I won't max out my credit card, which is, I don't even know if my credit limit could go any lower. It was a 530 back then, okay? And so those are some examples of how your why keeps you going. Some people have made their why their children. Like it is very important to me that my child does not grow up in this situation. Like right now, my why, one of my whys, it's grown to, I have it written on my board over here, that I was at a level of leadership where I was task oriented. Like me and my team, we need to do these tasks. All right. Which is maybe where you're at, which is why I love these books when I got started. And I still go back to these, which is why I love these books, because they gave me tasks to do to lead me to my goal. Then I got past my why of extra $1,000. I was like, I'm making $1,000. I need another why. Why am I doing this? And then it was a competition. I wanted to see. My why then was to see if I could make $3,000. So I had to upgrade my why. And as you're going through these 52 weeks, or if you decide to condense this, if you would like this information, these 52 weeks, and you're like, I want to do it in 90 days, I have this broken down where you can do a fast track to become very successful in your sales business in 90 days. I will give you that for free. All you got to do is DM me your email address and your telephone number. And I will send you how to hit the top level of sales success in business success in 90 days instead of a whole year. Now, I will say this. This is just like school. And in school, there's levels to things, right? There's some kids who are going to ace the curriculum. What I've created is a curriculum. There are some people who are going to be a C student in the curriculum. Some of you will be A's, make an A in the curriculum. And those who make an A may go through the 52 weeks and at the end actually hit that level. Some may take longer. Like for me, I hit 6 figures in my business, but there were people who did it before me because they came into the learning curve with information, with experience that I didn't have. So that's like my caveat. But does it work? Absolutely. Will you leave this 52 weeks or the fast track of 90 days knowing more than you did when you got in here? Absolutely. Will you be closer to being a business success at the end of it? Absolutely. That I guarantee. One of my guarantees, period, is that if you spend time around me, I guarantee you will be a better person and know more than you did before you came around me. That's my life goals. My hashtag is I aspire to inspire. That's my aspirations in life. So I went from having tasks to having goals. And that is the next thing I want to talk to you about. Goal setting and visualization. So you have your why, because it's going to provide a clear direction, unwavering motivation. And here's the great thing about motivation. You drop this in the comments. If you're not motivated, you have to have discipline. And you're disciplined because you know your why. Your discipline keeps you showing up. Like I needed to be disciplined to show up. I was not motivated. I've been doing this business for 12 years. My motivation was like, I hit all my goals. All my whys had been checked. I had to figure out another why. Why am I still doing this? 6 figures? Check. Work from home mom? Check. Time freedom? Check. This is going to happen in your 52-week journey. There's going to be things that were very important to you now that you're going to check off and you'll be like, okay, what now? Well, what I did was I put something in place that my why changed that allowed me to be disciplined. Now I have a reason for my Tuesday tea. I have to show up here with you every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time so that I can be disciplined. I put something in place to show up for my why. And that is what you have to do. Have a why that when your motivation and your excitement for doing this leaves you, you're still disciplined because your why is big enough. Why are you doing this? Provides clear and unwavering motivation or discipline. Now, goal setting and visualizing. So the importance of SMART goals. Drop SMART in the comment for me. SMART goals, they have to be specific. Like I put a time frame on this. Specific time frame, 52 weeks. Measurable. Like right now, I have 5 people watching over here and 2 people watching over here. So part of my SMART goal is I need to measure the difference that I'm making. Now, when you comment below that you want not comment below. You send me a message. You DM me because the comments might disappear. You DM me that you want the 52-week information or you want the 90-day ways to success, then that will be a number I'll read. There's a certain number of people I want to receive that information before my 52 weeks is over. It's measurable. So then when I get to weeks 26 and I'm like, why did I do this? I don't want to do this anymore. Nobody's showing up, or people haven't messaged me. Then I have to look at my number and say, I have to keep going and I have to do something else to hit the measure SMART goals. Then it needs to be achievable. Like I have 4 people on here. Is it achievable for 52 weeks for me to say I want 5,200? It could be. That could be achievable. But then I need to make it relevant to something specific that I'm going to do. Thank you, Talisa, for dropping in the comments the SMART goals. And time bound. I got 52 weeks to get this done. I have 52 weeks to inspire people to take action, which is why at the end of this, you're going to have an action to take. So the way to get to building your foundation of success in this 52-week journey, the way of finding your why and the power behind your success, understanding and setting goals is knowing your why. Why did you sign up for this? What do you hope to get out of this? Then 2, goal setting, SMART goals. And creating a vision, because it's visualization. You have to see it before you see it. So you want to be able to walk by a board. My board on my smartphone. My screensaver, I love my family. And they are part of the whole picture of my smart board. Because your why may be for your kids, but specifically what quantifiable. This is why SMART goals. Like I'm doing it for my kids. Well, how will you know that what you're doing for your kids has been achieved? If I'm doing it like my daughter right now, it's not in our budget. She wants a playground set. And I refuse to charge it. All right, if we're going to get a playground, we're going to buy it straight out. So if I'm doing it for my child, the measure of me being successful, the SMART goal, what I will achieve is this playground. So what will go on my vision board? I'll have on my vision board, not just my daughter, but I have on the vision board, the playground. You see what I'm saying? So have it specific. Writing down your personal and your financial goals. Why did you decide to go in business? Personally goal that you want to hit. Personal may be a mindset shift. The way that you talk to yourself might have to change. The I can't do this in 52 weeks should be gone. And we'll be using these books to do so. So specifically for the why, you'll check out Building the Empire. Now, I think it was on page 32, he says in this book, write down your why. Yep, on page 36, he says, write down, will it be worth it? Are your reasons for succeeding, he says on page 35, Building an Empire, and it is by Brian Carruthers, who built an empire. He said, are your reasons for succeeding in your business bigger than the pain of enduring rejection and the growing pains? Why are you doing this business in the first place? That's the question. That's one of the whys you need to answer. If your why is strong enough, you will stick around long enough and endure all that you must learn on how to succeed. If you say, you know what, I'm going to do the 90-day because I can't make it 52 days, 52 weeks, then you won't make it the 90 days. Because the 90 days is taking the 52 weeks, 12 months, and reducing it to 3 months. That means more work quicker. So what I will share this Tuesday, next Tuesday, and the following Tuesday, you won't have 3 weeks to do it. You'll have 1 week to complete all of that. Now, it might seem easy in the beginning because it's like, oh, I can write down my why. Oh, I can write down SMART goals. Oh, I can make a vision board of what I visually want to happen. And here's a key right here. It says on page 35, your why isn't just about money. Ooh, it's not just about money. If you had 10 million right now, what would be the most immediate thing you will do? Drop that in the chat. If you had $10 million right now, what would be the most immediate thing you would get done? Some say they would quit their job and spend more time with their family. Some would start a charity. Some would retire their parents or build them the world, build them a new home. Some would build their dream home or travel the world. Some would finally follow their passion and write music or a pen on a book. Then you write down your why. Here's this one. I love this one right here because so many people will say they are doing this for their kids. If you say you are doing this for your kids, which is stronger? And Nika says she's going to clear debt. Which is stronger, your desire to avoid some no's or your love for your kids? That's the question. That's the tea. I find a lot of people say, I've been in this business for 12 years, in my business for 12 years, and I've helped a lot of people along the way. And many people will say they're doing it for their kids, and then they quit before they reach the goal of what they set for doing it for their kids. How many people telling you no will cause you to quit and not give your kids their parents back? If you want to retire your parents, how many no's will make you say, you know, I've had enough. My parents can just keep on working. When your children piss you off, because they will, when them ungrateful bastards don't appreciate how late you stayed up to work your business, when them ungrateful kids break some item that you bought, that you worked hard on your business to buy them something, and they don't care that it's broken, or they lost it, like my teenager does this all the time. I bought you some beats and you don't know where they at? Will that make you quit your business? Will that make you quit working towards being a success? If Yanika says, you know, my why is to clear my debt, when you miss a payment and the interest rate is doubled because you missed a payment, is that going to be like, forget it, I can't win, I can't get ahead, this isn't going to work? Is that going to make you show up when you're not motivated for your business? Your why, our why, has to be so great that when things don't go how we want them to go or how we planned they would go, or they don't follow the SMART things that we wrote down, the SMART goals we wrote down, which is one thing about the SMART goals is they need to be time bound. And you should also write all the things that's going to get in the way. So your SMART goals, and then you write down all the things that the barriers are going to come along the way. Like my child, I'm doing it for my kid, but they are going to piss me off. And when they piss me off, I'm still going to go hard because they need me. When the interest rate doubles for one missed payment, and then it was a missed payment because my dog died, I had to put him in the hospital, and I forgot about making the payment, will I still go hard, or will I say, you know, this is too much, I'm done? These are the questions this is the difference between those who will stay this 52 weeks and have a strong enough why. There's nothing wrong with at week 32, you're like, you know what, time to change this why because it's not pushing me. It's not making me stay up at night when I need to. It's making me, when I get off my full-time job. But this is a system for people who work a full-time, read the book. And this book, both of these books are going to come up throughout these 52 weeks or the 90-day fast track that you choose. So, visualizing success enhances your motivation. I see it all the time. I'm like, you know what? We don't have to play. Oh, and my 4-year-old, Mila, with this playground, if I decide to take a nap, guess who comes around? Mommy, you gonna go get the playground today? Mommy, you gonna go play the playground on Thursday? We gonna play the playground on Thursday? Now, if that's have your 4-year-old be your accountability. You got a 4-year-old out there, have your 4-year-old be your accountability. Tell them that once you hit this, you're gonna buy this. Oh, they're gonna remind you. They're like my 4-year-old. She is not letting go of this playground in the backyard. So I can't let go of my discipline of showing up. I have to continue to show up. So the first thing is the power of purpose. You have to know your why. On this journey of being a success, you have to know your why. Then, number 2, let's go back to these notes up here, make sure I got it together. Becoming a top performer in your business, to hitting your goals, to being a success. In your why, your goal setting and visualizing it. And then last but not least is a written plan. Is one of the most powerful tools. And written plans you can find. Now because I have notebooks and I have them all over the place and I have a thought that crossed my mind and it's not there, I put mine in my phone. Because you know one thing I always have with me? My cell phone. And even if I don't have my cell phone, I have access to my Google Drive and my Google Docs. So I have my plan saved in my phone, in my Google Docs, in my Google Drive. So even my phone not is present, I can sign into any laptop, any iPad, into my Gmail, into my Google account, and I can pull up my notes. I can pull up my documents. I can pull up my spreadsheet. So a written plan. This is writing down your personal and financial goals as a statement and purpose, like an I can statement. It's a constant reminder of your commitment. You have a why. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 whiteboards in here. One flips over to like 5 because one flips on the other side. And I have important things. Like I just looked over to this earlier during this and I said, and there was a time, levels of my leadership, in the beginning level, I was task oriented. If you're task oriented with your level of leadership in your business, these books are perfect. These are task oriented, things you need to do. Then I became goal oriented. So you move from like showing your product to I have a goal and I need to get this goal done. Then now in my level of leadership, I'm at the inspirational level. Well, I am looking to inspire you to take action. I'm not checking off tasks for my team to do. And I'm not looking at, I do have a goal, but more importantly is the more people I inspire to take action, my goal is what happened. And so at this point, you do have it written down. As an example, I have it written over there. And then on this board, I have paint the vision, keep people motivated. And now, I don't believe in motivating me or you. What I do believe in is creating an atmosphere of discipline. So one thing I've done to discipline myself is I used to work out on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and sometimes Friday. I said, you know what? I can't be motivated. Like I don't like exercising, but I'm going to be disciplined and I'm going to get up every day. I went to bed last night at 12:30, this morning at 12:30 a.m. My alarm went off at 5 and I was disciplined. I got up no matter that yesterday it didn't go the way I planned it to go. Because I literally have my cell phone cuts off at 10 p.m. Like it goes into dark mode. Nothing comes in, nothing goes out, 10 p.m. Well, I was still up 2.5 hours after that. Well, that didn't work. But even though the night before didn't go the way I was planning, my why, my purpose of getting on a schedule of discipline, because I was like, you know what? I've tried to motivate myself. I'm not here doing Tuesday tea because I'm motivated to do it. I'm here doing Tuesday tea because I've made goals and I decided to be disciplined. I had to create a why for my reason for showing up. My why for doing the Tuesday tea lasted me 4 good years. I didn't have to change my why for my Tuesday tea for 4 years. Year 5 came along and I was like, I don't want to do this Tuesday tea no more. The why, the reason I did it before, check, has been met. I need a purpose for doing this. a purpose greater than me. And now I'm here for 52 Tuesdays. I will be on Tuesday Tea during the Christmas holidays. I will be on Tuesday Tea during the New Year holiday, because my why for doing this Tuesday Tea is even greater than the why that I did for the last 4 years. So the last 4 years, if I got sick, sorry guys, won't be here. Or I'd make an appointment, doctor's appointment. Sorry guys, I can't do it. I'll see you next week. Oh, it's Thanksgiving. Sorry guys, I won't be on here. But my why right now is so great. We have to have, we're in this together, a great enough why that we don't have a problem saying, won't be in there with you guys on this day because I'm disciplined. I'm showing up to exercise at 5 a.m. So writing it down, solidify, clarify. On this board it says, my goal, one of the things that are important to me is to not trade my time for money. And then the next one is make my money work for me. It's on my board. I see it. So every time I think about, because something shiny and new will drop into my DM, or something shiny and new opportunity will come across my screen, because the kind of people that I follow are always coming up with different packages or different ideas or different things you can do. And I can come in here and look on this board and say, I'm not going to trade my time for money. I can't do that. I'm going to make my money work for me. I can't do that. The last one is give value to people. Is what I'm doing adding value? If it's not, I can't do that. This is the importance of we're in this together. I'm just sharing with you how I have already started on this journey with you for these next 52 weeks. There has to be constant reminders. My alarm, when I had an assistant that worked for me during the pandemic, she was like, your alarms are always going off. I have to put things in front of me constantly to remind me, are you doing this? Is your mindset where it needs to be? Because the world is going to continuously throw things in front of us that is going to veer us off of our why. That is going to cause us to not be, oh, they're not doing it that way. I don't need to do it that way. So you have to I had to have reminders in place. So I'm saying to you, what are you going to put in place? The visual on your phone, on your screensaver. Then write your goals down and your purpose in a way that inspires and motivates you. Now, if you use AI, you can do ChatGPT. And you can say, ChatGPT, these are the things that I want to accomplish in my life. In the next 12 months, in the next 52 weeks, these are my smart, this is literally what you do. I've said do SMART goals. You put, this is my ChatGPT, this is my why. ChatGPT, if you don't use ChatGPT, you can do Google Gemini. All right? ChatGPT or Google Gemini, any AI program, you can put in there that this is my why. These are my SMART goals. Write 5 purpose goals and statements of purpose in a way that will inspire me. I know I use AI enough that if I do this right now, let's see. If I can put it in here, let's do this together. I have my laptop in front of me. Let me split screen. So I can put what I'm supposed to say in here. See what it comes up with. In practice, it over here says, all right, I'm going to start a new, this is Gemini. Gemini doesn't know me like ChatGPT does. I'm going to do ChatGPT because ChatGPT know me. I be using ChatGPT, okay? Let's go to a new one, start a new chat, and I'm gonna put based on what you know, based on your experience with me. I talk to it like it's a real person. And my 52-week plan. Goal and let's rephrase that. Statement of purpose that will inspire me. Inspire Let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. I think it's going to be pretty good. I have confidence in it. Oh, I love this. Oh, I love this. Oh, I love this. Here's my statement of purpose. Want to hear it? Here it is. I am on a mission to create a movement of empowered individuals who take control of their financial future through direct sales. With dedication, consistent action, and a passion for helping others succeed, I will transform my business into a powerful vehicle for change. This 52-week journey is my commitment to becoming the leader I was meant to be, inspiring others to build thriving businesses and live life on their terms. Hello, ChatGPT. Come through for the win. Now, I can't say that your results will be the same. I use ChatGPT religiously, so I know that it has experience on what I'm working on in my life. Like, I'll ask it things like, hey, I'm working on this. Give me a list of things I need to do to help accomplish this in 3 days. Or I'm working on this. Like, I've asked and taught the ChatGPT enough. So I didn't have to give it a lot of specifics. If you haven't taught the chat, it's Chat, ChatGPT. That's one AI app that you can use. It's my favorite. The other option is Gemini, like the sign, Gemini Google. Okay? And you can use that. And you just type in all the parameters, the things that you would like to accomplish in 52 weeks and have it create, like, I'm in this kind of business, I sell this kind of product, these are the kind of people that I work with, or these are the kind of people that I want to work with. Not that you do, because I found that I've worked with kinds of people that I didn't want to work with, and that was causing me to be burnt out. So I have changed. I looked at the kind of customers that bring me joy. I looked at the kind of consultants that I lead that make me happy, that working with them makes me happy. Doesn't make me go to my husband and be like, oh, there they go again. Here we go. I can't. Oh, not those people. If I want to keep changing lives, then I have to keep working with people who feed my joy and not drain it. So I've changed that as well. So that's the caveat. All right. Now, I've given you a lot. Ready for a recap? Power of purpose. Why are you doing this? Whatever you're doing. Setting goals, smart goals. And visualizing. So I'm putting it in a visual form, what your goals are, visually being able to see it. Mind screensaver. Then write your goals and your statement of purpose. What do you want to have accomplished? And the action. This is what you need to accomplish before we come back here next Tuesday. Is identify your purpose. I'm sorry, take it back, not your purpose. Identify your personal and financial goals. What are your personal and financial goals for the next 52 weeks? Because we're not waiting till January. Okay? Look, that's my daughter's movie. Because we're not waiting till January, okay? We're not doing that. We're going to decide right now, because what happens, and I was listening to, I can't think of her name. One of her podcasts, she was saying that fourth quarter, now is when you make those decisions, because this fall season is the time that people are moving. We're getting things done. In January, who wants to start something new for real? It's cold outside. You just finished the holidays. You probably spent more money than you should. You're waiting for the next paycheck. You're not trying to get up and go and start something new. But now is the time where you're in a get it, do it, let's go. And your discipline that's created in this get up and go season of the fall is what, when January comes along and you don't want to do it, your habits have already been in place October, November, and December. And January becomes easy to keep doing those disciplined things. Got it? So, homework, action, identify personal and financial goals. Create a vision board. We think visual board, but a vision that can be on, that you can see all the time. I have them placed all over. I have one in my office. I have one in my bedroom. I have one don't have them in my car. I used to. I need to put back on the print. I would get them printed out at Walgreens, but it's a whole different conversation for a whole other day because we need to get out of here. And a written statement of purpose. ChatGPT. I'm about to print that out and put that up, because that statement is fire. I love the statement that it created for me. I believe in it. It touches my heart. ChatGPT knows me. All right. With that being said, I will see you back here. Same place, same time next week. All right. Next week, we're what it takes to build a business. We're going to talk about what it takes. You know your why. You've got your purpose. Now, what does it take to actually build it beyond your why and your purpose? All right. Now, if you need this information, email to you. I'm your girl. I got you. Send me a DM with your email address and your cell phone number, and I will send you a form to complete out. And that will allow you to get these week by week information so you can complete your actions. Because I know you wrote it down somewhere. You're at work right now. You're not really listening, but you're listening. All those things. All right. I got you, girl. I got you, boo. We in this together. See you back here next Tuesday for the Tuesday Tea with me. Grab your books, okay? Building an Empire and get over your damn self. Bye.